So I'm here today with Linda Moran, the manager for the Pollyann Trail. We're super excited to be able to get families out to hike on the trail and observe and listen for bats with Sarah Pavlicek. She's one of our great coaches here at Brain Balance who works with our kids and families, but she also is a bat education specialist. So she's going to be leading the hike and sharing a lot of her knowledge with the families that come.
And Sarah, why did you decide to be their expert? What really made you want to do this activity?
Well, previously I have completed an internship with the Organization for Bat Conservation. So I spent a lot of time taking care of bats, and we had over 200 animals at our facility that I would care for, and I would do bat tours and bat education outreach programs. So after my internship ended and that organization closed, I'm just still really interested in the topic. I love teaching about bats and teaching about how they help us. So I thought it would be a fun activity to go out and do this fall.
Tell us about some of the activities that you personally are going to include.
So when we start off at the Oxford Library, we're going to bring everybody in and just really teach them the truth about bats. Kind of take away a little bit of the mystery, maybe find out that bats are not as scary as we think. They're actually really awesome. We're going to check out some cool pictures of bats, see some slow motion flying videos. We've got books and puppets and games to play. But we'll want to get out on the trail pretty soon. I will have this really cool device. This is called an echo meter from Wildlife Acoustics. They used to be only available for bat biologists, but now you can purchase this cool device on Amazon, about $200. When you use them with an iPhone or an iPad with their app, it takes the echolocation that bats are using, which we can't hear, and it brings it down to a frequency that we can hear. So we can actually go out on the trail and listen for bats and hopefully be able to identify the species based upon the calls that we hear.
And now this is for Linda. How many people are allowed to come out to this event?
Usually the trail is closed at night, but we did get special dispensation from the community to get 40 people out. So it's an RSVP event, so we'll have a limit of 40 people. We will have cider and donuts at the library beforehand. We will be doing a walk. Flashlights are encouraged. We will not be using flashlights at the sites that we stop for bat location, but they are encouraged. We will have some tea lights out there so people will be able to find their way. The event goes from 6 to 7:30. We'll end back at the library, but our ultimate goal is to get down to the observation dock out on the Pollyann Trail. So it's going to be a real fun event to learn about bats and how not to be afraid of them. They're not as scary as everybody thinks they are. We'll have quite a few folks, hopefully a wide range of ages out there. We will have Jonathan Schechter out, who is the Oakland County natural blogger. He does a story for us. It's called On the Wilder Side. So he's going to be out with us, and he's going to do a little story on our event. He loves the bats, and he likes the outdoors, so he's a great asset to have in our community. So he'll be out there with us, and we'll have a wonderful time, I think.
For anyone who wants to answer, so the main idea for having this event is to educate people about bats and how, or I guess their myths and some of their facts?
Correct. Yep. We'll get out there and we hope to kind of educate people more about the importance of bats. Bats are pollinators. People don't really realize that a lot. They do a lot of good. They eat a lot of insects. And with the crisis that our pollinators are having in our communities, it's a really good idea to educate people on what we can and can't do to really help our pollinators, our bats, our bees, our birds. So everything's on the decline, and there's easy things to do that you don't really think about that can really help them out.
Tell us how we can help bats.
The main way that we can help bats is just to educate others and spread the word, get them excited about teaching about bats. Another thing that you can do at your home is to put up a bat house. This is a great example of a bat house. This was painted by some campers that I went and helped do bat education with a camp. Had all the kids building bat houses, painting them, putting them up. 100 bats can actually live in just one bat house in your yard. I also will have some information on how to put up successful bat houses, how to have them work in your yard, and then hopefully everyone will want to be building their own bat houses.
And now those are the benefits and some of the ways to help bats. What are some harmful things that people may not even realize that they do when talking about bats?
A lot of people, I think, feel like bats might be like rodents or gross or carry diseases. They're mammals, just like we are. They also are only having about one baby a year, so they don't have high birth rates. And these bat houses really just protect that mom so that she can have raise her one baby every summer. So I hear a lot of stories of people have a bat in their house and killed it, or were freaked out, or they just want to kill all the bats in their attic. We've got some great local people, especially from Critter Catchers. He's a local guy that can come out to your house and help you humanely get the bats out of your house without hurting them. But they really don't want to hurt humans. They don't carry diseases like you would think. And they're just here to help us.
And one more question before I let you all tell everyone where to go to RSVP. When they go to the Oxford Public Library, that's where they start. That's the starting point. From there, they go to the Pollyant Trail. From that transition, I suppose, are people driving themselves, or is everyone
It's a walk.
transported?
It's a walk.
It's a walk. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a walk.
We'll actually be walking through the Oxford Township Parks and Recreation property behind the library. They've given us a special permission to use it after dusk, which is great. Thanks, Ron Davis. So we are going to be walking through that park area, down to the Pollyant Trail, then to the observation dock. It is suitable for people in wheelchairs and reduced mobility, which is really a big thing that I support, and Brain Balance here in Oxford supports it. So anybody of any ability can come on out and have a good time. Brain Balance is supplying the donuts and cider, gluten-free too, so don't feel bad about coming out and having a donut or two. So we're going to have, it's going to be a real good community activity. It's something that you don't normally see a lot of, or get an opportunity to do. And, we like to think outside the box, because sometimes the box doesn't work for everybody. So.
And, summer's gone, unfortunately, but we're into fall. Fall is beautiful, but even in the winter, it's really important for families and kids to get outside and play, and we're all about movement. That's what drives brain development, our motor movement and our coordination. So we're always up to encourage outdoor, or out from behind the screen, fun type activities that can keep everybody moving.
Now, for those who are interested, before spots fill up, where can they RSVP?
They'll RSVP right here to our center. That number is 248-716-5400, and we're about halfway at this point to our 40 limit. So call soon to reserve your spot.